So you said something that stuck with me. You said that you can drown yourself in information, and that is absolutely true, especially with all these access to social media and all the places we consume content from. And what I see is a lot of business owners that are just starting out, they feel like they need that marketing strategy in place to distribute their content and actually go out there and have a system in place that they work with. Do you feel like that is essential as you're starting out? Do you need that? Or just by answering the questions that your audience might have and asking them what they need, that would be the base of your marketing and will lay out the foundation?
Well, no, the foundation to the marketing is to understand your niche. You lay out the taxonomy of the niche and you say these are all the concepts that need to be addressed in this niche. And someone who needs to access this material needs to access it in a certain way. So you develop content in such a way so that it immediately jives with the way that they want to access it, and it becomes practical and immediately actionable for them. And that is how you sort of, you lay down your long-term proposition, but you've got to start before that. You lay down your content platform in WordPress, as we've discussed, but getting the early relationships when you don't have any of that in place is, the game. How do you achieve that, right? So what I did originally was I paid Indians who had propellers in their heads to lay down a kind of a footprint on the internet for us before the Google animals came in and solved all those ridiculous issues. And then I bought a few Google AdWords and drove some traffic to our website. Didn't have much money and so therefore couldn't spend much money. But that got people on our site, and it got them understanding, that the Hong Kong Visa Handbook was there for them to help them achieve their immigration objectives, and then we created relationships. Today, there's no need to start off with a WordPress platform. You can move straight into ClickFunnels. The technology is all there laid out. You simply just input what you need to input that represents the proposition that you're developing to forge a relationship with somebody. And then you distribute that into the social media channels and pick up traffic that way. You can do it cheaply through Facebook and other places, really. You can buy Google Ads that will bring traffic to a particular web page that answers a question, helps solve a problem. If you do it well, it could be a simple case of saying, well, if you've landed on this page and this material, this subject matter is confounding you, then I'm prepared to spend half an hour with you on the telephone completely free to talk about your problem, to allow you to understand what you need to do to move forward, to solve your problem. So getting the genesis of that relationship in place is not that difficult. But you've got to kiss a lot of frogs to meet a prince. That's the game. But you've got an actionable way to do that from day one. That's the truth. All you need to have is a piece of content that through what you do that is full of value. It answers a question. It helps solve a problem. And if there are next steps that naturally flow from having brought that to the attention of somebody who's got that problem, that involves either taking them off to a content site that you've already developed because you developed it over time, or you did it as I did in advance, really, or whether it's just a case of directing them into you for the conversation. Depending on the price of your offering, ultimately, what's half an hour of your time? You've created a relationship there. And if you've been able to track somebody into the position where they are talking to you, and you're able to showcase your expertise, and they're able to understand what you're all about, there's a pretty decent chance that a relationship will come out of that. And it's a numbers game, right? Played out over time.